Alright, the final mission is here now. The final category mission, of course, is going to be the Mastered Evolution category mission. Now, I'm gonna be frank. Yes, I did do this without STR Super Vegeta. But it is extremely difficult. I think, arguably, if you do not have STR Super Vegeta, this might be the hardest category mission to do for this event. It's rough. It's extremely rough. The units on this team don't really, well, I mean, for the most part, they don't really mesh well with one another. Mainly due to the fact that we are running double Majin Vegeta leads, which is rough, because Majin Vegeta is a very tricky unit to use, given that he starts out super and then goes to extreme, and then he also goes from prepare for English, prepare for battle to over in a flash once he transforms into Majin Vegeta. And it's extremely tough because you got to work your way around that. Now, I do work my way around it, but again, it's extremely rough. Because not only you have to work around that, but you also have to account for the fact that you need 6 Key Spears for Majin Vegeta for him to do anything, really. Now, don't get me wrong, Majin Vegeta is good when you get him the 6 Key Spears, but trying to consistently get him 6 Key Spears... Wow! 6 Key Spears is rough. It is definitely difficult, to say the least, especially when you're rocking 2 of him. So, let's break down the team, right? So, of course, I am rocking double Majin Vegeta lead, like I said. And then on each rotation, I have the AGL LR Super Saiyan Gohan, the Team Gohan, alongside the AGL Transforming Goku. That is my one rotation. On the other rotation, I then have the AGL Golden Frieza linked up with the physical AGL Golden Frieza. AGL Golden Frieza, and then on the second person is going to be the physical Angel Golden Frieza. And then I also brought along the Tech Transforming Frieza at the same time as well. Now they all fall in line with Majin Vegeta's leader skill, because obviously Gohan, Goku are part of the Super Saiyan 2 category, and then all the others are part of the Resurrected Warriors category, all the Friezas, and they do, all work with underneath that, and plus overall they are all on the Mastered Evolution category as well. So, anyways, let's break it down, right? So obviously we have the first rotation of Gohan and Goku. Gohan, obviously, going to be our main benefit to this team. He's the best defensive stacker, one of the best defensive stackers in the entire game. And compared to, like, Golden Frieza, for example, Gohan stats his defense very, very quickly, and it does not take him very long to get up to, like, 400,000 compared to Frieza, who gets to 300,000, 400,000 by the end of the event, right? So Gohan is definitely essential for this. And then alongside him, I have the AGL Transforming Goku as his partner. No, I did not want to bring Majin Vegeta as his partner. You could do that, but again, Transforming Goku is actually very, very good post his CCA. He has his damage reduction and whatnot. He gains extra ki and everything. He's really, really good now, especially once you get up to Blue Goku in his final transformation. He becomes very, very good. So there's that, right? And then on the other rotation, obviously I do have the AGL Golden Frieza, because he has got his 90% damage reduction, so obviously he's a must-run for this team. And then I have him linked up with the physical Angel Golden Frieza, whom I've mentioned in all of my other videos is super, super important. You want to make him one of the key players for the run, because obviously, he stats his defense extremely slow, like I've mentioned, so you just constantly want to make sure that he's stacking his defense as much as humanly possible, which is why I don't try and ape, imagine aping, trying to kill Goku or Vegeta as fast as humanly possible, because I do want to take my time, stack defense as fast as humanly possible, but also slowly, so we have more opportunity, because if I just try and speed run this entire event, then by the time we get up to Blue Evolution Vegeta at the very end, we'll get one-shot by everything. So it's essential you take it slow for this run, so you could give the physical Angel Frieza enough time to stack his defense. Now, I did bring the Tech Transforming Frieza, who's also a staple for this team, mainly because every single time he transforms, all the way up until he transforms onto the Golden Frieza form, he does give back 20% HP upon transforming, which is definitely nice, a nice little heal for the turn, the turn that he transforms, which is definitely insane. And obviously, Golden Frieza himself is super, super good. So both Transforming Goku and Transforming Vegeta, Frieza post their EZA are definitely essential for this team as well. Again, the biggest liability for this run and for this team is, of course, going to be the double Majin Vegetas. Just giving them 3 type Key Spears does give them the super fight against all types, which is really, really nice. But what's most important is going to be 6 Key Spears. It can be any type of Key Spear. It does not have to be same type or Rainbow Key Spear. Just 6 Key Spears in general, and it will give him guaranteed guards, which is going to be deep guard and like extra defense as well, which is so clutch for the majority of this run. You might see it a couple of times here in the gameplay, but it's important. It's extremely important when Vegeta gets his guard, and that saves us a turn of getting absolutely smacked. Just the turns that we don't give Vegeta the 6 type Key Spears or 6 orbs in general, he gets hit a lot. I mean, and it's bad. It's really, really bad by how much we get hit by. I think by when we get to the physical blue Vegeta, the next phase after this, one of the turns I actually have here is when I don't give Vegeta 6 Key Spears and he gets hit for like 80 to 100k per hit. It's rough. I think it's right. This right here is a prime example. This is actually perfect timing that I'm talking about it. But obviously, Golden Frieza and Physical Frieza is going to be doing just fine. They'll tank super attacks for free. But then Majin Vegeta, though, it's just like, yeah, 92,000 per hit. It's bad. It hurts. Now, thankfully, this team does have a lot of health. So you can work your way around that, and of course we have the heal from the Tech Golden Frieza as well. Gohan absolutely eats that super attack, so we don't need to worry about him. Gohan's still remaining to be one of the best defensive units in the game, especially for longer runs like this. Even after, like, we're coming up on 3 years later this year. So he's nuts. Gohan's absolutely insane still. Blue Goku, as long as he doesn't tank a super attack, he'll be fine. He has his damage reduction, so he'll tank normals for free, basically. And then here we go. Here is a turn where we do give Majin Vegeta 6 Key Spears, and you'll see the dramatic difference right here. I have no items used at all. It is just pure defense right here. So, here, let's take a look, right? So we're going to get the super attack. Now, Majin Vegeta actually does raise his defense upon super attack, but again, that doesn't mean much. Especially when you don't have his game. Yeah, there you go. Double digits. We go from 90 to 100,000 to double digits. It is so important to give Majin Vegeta 6 Key Spears as much as humanly possible. When Majin Vegeta gets 6 Key Spears, again, he's super good, right? But getting him 6 Key Spears consistently, it sucks. It really, really, really sucks trying to get him 6 Key Spears all the time, especially when you're trying to give him especially when you're trying to give 2 Majin Vegetas 6 Key Spears on each individual rotation that they're on. Which is why, like, it's important that you try and micromanage your orbs. Like, by this point in the event here, especially with like the rotations that we have, AGL Golden Frieza does not need Key Spears. He doesn't hit hard at all. He'll barely scratch a million for the most part, so you don't need to get a super attack with him. Physical Frieza, he only needs like 3 or 4 Key Spears for the most part, so you don't need to worry about Key with him too much. So he'll be perfectly fine. Gohan, by this point in the event, has built up all of his Key and only needs 1 Key Spear for the majority of the event as well. Goku is in an insane boat where he only needs like 3 Key Spears, especially on turns when you link him up with Majin Vegeta, because they both do share over in a flash. He only needs 3 Key Spears, which is why it's super important that you actually micromanage and make sure, okay, we know Majin Vegeta is going to be on the next rotation, let's make sure we can give him 6 Key Spears. It's that important. It's so important for this run. And unfortunately, for this part of the run where we face off against Physical Blue Vegeta, this part in particular takes the longest in the entire run because obviously we don't have STR units, and none of these guys on this team really hit that hard, unfortunately. No super effective against all types, no guaranteed crits, nothing. Like, AGL Gohan sits at like 2 million because we're trying to stack his defense all the time, so he doesn't hit that hard unless we get a turn where he hits with his 18 key and then he jumps up to like 4 million. That's fine. EGL transforming Goku and Tech transforming Frieza are going to be definitely hitting the hardest on this team. They're both sitting at like 3-4 million with their super attacks and whatnot. And then, like I mentioned in my last video, you want to save the Golden Frieza transformation until the end of the event, which we do right here. Yeah, I mean, this... Obviously, this video is like going to be like 13-14 minutes long, and this is on double speed. This run took me 28 minutes. Let that sink in. I was on my heels for the entire run, basically trying to avoid super attacks and trying to get get myself killed for the entire run for 28 minutes. Just let that sink in for a second compared to my run with STR's Cooler, for example, where that was like 12 minutes flat or something like that, 13 minutes or something like that. It's such a complete difference in terms of offensive power and defensive power for those teams, right? But anyways, now we are finally on AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta, and now we're just trying to, like I keep saying in all my runs, steamroll Vegeta as fast as humanly possible. Pop active skills, pop your ultimate attacks, do everything you can to kill this Vegeta as fast as humanly possible. And I mean, it goes to show, especially on turns like this, where yeah, I get my whatchamacallit. Actually, I'm gonna cut here right here because here's one of the most important parts of this run. You see down below that we actually fell below 50% HP with the AGL Golden Frieza. Now this part, I was literally on the edge of my seat for this part, the run right here, because the part with AGL Golden Frieza is that he keeps his 90% damage reduction only unless you fall below 50% HP. I'm pretty sure, or 40%. I believe it's 40% actually. And then, as you can see here, if I didn't use a Princess Snake, we would have died right here. Look at that. Because obviously, once you fall below 40% HP, Golden Frieza loses all of his defense, like everything. He has no defense to his name other than the 90% damage reduction that he has. So if I didn't pop a Princess Snake right there, and I couldn't be too sure, because the tricky part is that the Tech Golden Frieza healed us a little bit upon entering the turn, but I don't think that really meant much because we didn't get the damage reduction anyway with Golden Frieza. So that single-handedly saved the entire run right there. Me popping that Princess Snake, and even with that Princess Snake, we still took 100,000 per hit. Let that sink in for a second. Yes, AGL Golden Frieza and the Tech Golden Frieza, not this Dokkan Fest one, the transforming one, but the other standalone Tech Golden Frieza with his 80% damage reduction are cheat codes, yes, but they are not unkillable. If you fall below a 50% HP, you pray you survive that turn. And I did. I was literally on the edge of my seat the entire time with this final run right here. But eventually we do pull through, and it came in clutch, to say the least. This was rough. So emotionally draining. I mean, nearly a half-hour long run, trying to make sure we survived and whatnot. I had no items left, no nothing. I was on my last heal. This took the longest to actually complete, in my personal opinion. Now, I don't know how the team would look if I actually ran double STR Super Vegeta. I really can't say for sure. Again, you would have a much easier time than me with double STR Super Vegeta, but man, it's rough without trying to, use STR Super Vegeta. But that's it. That is finally all of the category missions done for the Legendary Vegeta event. Thank you all for have watched all of the videos. I do apologize for taking so long on them. I've been moving back to college and whatnot, so I do apologize for the wait. But now I can go back to a normal schedule where I can post, actual, like, meaningful videos other than my category missions. So please stay tuned for all of that. I'm going to be talking about the 7-year anniversary, because obviously we're like 2 weeks away from that and whatnot, so I'm very, very excited for that. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.